what's cranking YouTube people? Muddy Tsunami here, pumping out a Pokemon top 5 countdown for you guys. Today we're going to be talking about the top 5 fire type Pokemon. But like most top 5 videos, this is 100% my opinion. I'm not trying to state any facts here, and if you disagree with this, it's going to be perfectly fine. There's going to be a lot of people who disagree with this list. But personally, these are going to be Pokemon that have personally affected me as I grew up and started using these Pokemon. But don't worry, if you came here looking for a top 5 competitive Pokemon, there's still some very competitive Pokemon on the list. But there will be no legendary Pokemon on the list, just so we can focus mainly on the regular Pokemon, and Pokemon like, say, a Ho-Oh doesn't overshadow the Pokemon. Anyway, if you guys are hyped for this video and you want to show your support, go ahead and leave a thumbs up and maybe subscribe to the channel, and we'll be pushing out some more top 5 videos in the future. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the list. Alright, coming in at number 5, we have Talonflame, the Scorching Pokemon. Its Pokédex entry reads, when attacking prey, it can reach speeds up to 310 miles per hour, and it finishes off its prey with a colossal kick. Now, I think they should change the Pokédex entry to get it can finish off its prey with a colossal, choice-banded Brave Bird, because that's mainly what people are going to be using Talonflame for, and that's mainly what Talonflame is on this list for competitive reasons. I love Talonflame. I absolutely love him. Put me in that category of people that are going to use Talonflame on their team. I don't think the Pokemon's broken. They made the Pokemon for a reason. Just put up Stealth Rocks and a couple switch-ins in, this Pokemon's going to go down either way. But right now, Talonflame, he's just a monster. Smack a Choice Band on it, put Brave Bird, Flare Blitz, U-Turn, a fourth move, I don't know. But anything with Gale Wings equipped with Brave Bird, this thing is an absolute beast when it comes to competitive battling in OU, which is my favorite tier, I might add. But yeah, right now we have Talonflame sitting here at number 5. Coming in at number 4, we have McCargo. Now, a lot of you might be saying, McCargo, what the beep? But hear me out. Like I said at the beginning of this video, these Pokemon are going to be how they personally affected me. And growing up, McCargo in Pokemon Coliseum was just the best thing ever. McCargo in Pokemon Coliseum was the best, because if you think about it and you go back and look at Pokemon Coliseum at the available fire type Pokemon, you had Quilava, which was badass in itself, but you didn't want to really use the starter over again in a new game, you know? So what was the second fire Pokemon choice they gave you? Slugma, and then you eventually evolved it into McCargo, and it was just amazing. And other than that, you had Entei, and that's another legendary. So if you didn't want to use a starter, if you didn't want to use a legendary, McCargo was there for you to use, and that's what I used it. And I will never forget the name that my cousin and I came up with McCargo. His famous name was Chin Balls. He just got those balls hanging from his chin. But yes, McCargo is coming in at number 4 on the list. Coming in at number 3 on the list, we have Darmanitan. Now, a lot of people have Darmanitan as either their favorite fire-type Pokemon or at least number 2. Unfortunately, I have 2 other Pokemon that I hold most dear to my heart ahead of him. So right now, Darmanitan is number 3 on the list. He's sure to rise going forward, because the more I use this thing, the more I just fall in love with this Pokemon. Darmanitan is a monster. I took a break. Okay, put it this way. I took a break in 5th gen. I didn't usually know any of the Pokemon in 5th gen, but when I first saw Darmanitan, it changed my whole perspective and made me say, why did I not play this generation when it first came out? This dude is amazing. I just looked at him and was like, wow. And then actually getting to use the Pokemon in competitive battling, smack a Choice Scarf, or maybe even a Choice Band, but I like mine Choice Scarf. Smack a Choice Scarf on this thing, and usually whenever you switch in to face Darmanitan, it's going to die. This thing hits like a truck. It is the definition of a truck. Darmanitan is just amazing, and that's why he's number 3 on this list. Coming in at number 2 is Charizard, the OG fire type, the flame Pokemon himself. Now, the common perception that other people have about Charizard is that they don't like him because everybody else likes him. But you can't change the fact that in 1st generation, when you saw Charizard, you said, yo, that is the fire type Pokemon that I want on my team. Everybody thought he was Fire Dragon, but he was Fire Flying. That might be a disappointment to somebody, but nowadays, with the 2 addition of the Mega Charizard X and the Mega Charizard Y, you have your Fire Dragon type now. You have your Fire Flying type, who's a special attacker, and the Fire Dragon, being Charizard X, is the physical attacker. It's just amazing. Everybody needs to love this Pokemon. Well, you don't need to. You're based off your own opinion. But Charizard was that Pokemon, and if you don't like him today, it's only because everybody else started liking him. You have to say, oh, well, I need to go find some other Pokemon I like because everybody loves Charizard. I don't want to fit into that category. No, well, I'm part of that category. I will say I love Charizard, and watching Charizard in the anime was even better. Watching Charizard go from this Pokemon as a Charmander who loved Ash to a Charmeleon who started blowing fire in his face, to a Charizard who didn't listen to Ash at all, who ended up losing him to Indigo Plateau when he first faced, what was his rival? Richie. He didn't listen to him and ended up Ash losing that. But then if you start going forward, he starts listening to Ash. When you start going forward, you know, example, when Charizard came back for Ash, when Ash was taking down the Battle Frontier Brains, and when Charizard fought Articuno, you can't tell me you were hyped. You weren't hyped. You can't tell me that you weren't hyped for that battle. That battle was epic. That battle was amazing. Everybody loved when Charizard came back. You can't deny it. Charizard is the most amazing Pokemon ever. They had to bring Charizard back in the Pokemon Black and White series because that season was so lame. They had to bring something in that everybody would start watching again. And what did they do? They brought Charizard back. And Charizard fought with Iris's Dragonite during the series, and it was just pure gold. Charizard versus Dragonite? Who is not going to watch? It's amazing. Charizard literally saved that series. I know it's still a shitty series either way, but Charizard saved the Black and White series in my book. And also, even going back to the movies, Charizard, when he... Okay, there's 2 times in Pokemon movies where you're allowed to get emotional, really. There really is. One being when Ash turned into stone and all the Pokemon started crying. That hit you in the feels. Don't even tell me it didn't. If it didn't, then you're not human. Another time is the battle between Entei and Charizard. When Entei has his... I know a lot of people talk about it, but when Entei has his paw on Charizard's neck and is about to deliver that blow, you're just like, oh shit. Could this be the end? And everybody feels so much for this Pokemon, but then everybody says, oh, I don't want to like him because everybody else likes him. That's bullshit. Charizard's number 2 on this list, and deservingly so. Ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 1 is the best Fire-type Pokemon, in my opinion, Infernape. Now, Infernape is also known as the Flame Pokemon, just like Charizard, but I will go down and say that the seasons of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl are the best seasons of Pokemon that has ever been made. Ever. Which is sad because after that they had Black and White, and that was a total shitbag. But the seasons of Diamond and Pearl were so good because of the storytelling. The story with Chimchar to Monferno to Infernape that has to do with Ash and Paul is literally the best thing that Pokemon has ever produced. Other than the rivalry that Ash had with Gary, Ash and Paul's battles were literally fire. No pun intended. But seriously, Chimchar going from a Pokemon that was abandoned by Paul, and Ash took him in, and Chimchar had always had this grudge for Paul. Even when they battled at Lake Acuity, and Chimchar evolved into Monferno, and he had that colossal Mach Punch on Electabuzz. And then going to the Sinnoh League quarterfinals, and you guys can't tell me that this battle would probably, this matchup between Infernape and Electivire would go down as, it will go down as one of the best battles, if not the best battle ever that Pokemon has ever had. They gave Ash a legitimate team in this season. They gave him all the right tools that he needed to win. He ended up beating Paul with his Electivire, going into Blaze, his ability Blaze, and getting that last Flare Blitz off in that Electivire. And you can see as the whole screen pans white, and it just heart bumps, bum bum, bum bum, bum bum, and Electivire falls. You cannot tell me. It gives me goosebumps right now. It gives me goosebumps right now because it was literally the best moment in Pokemon not the best moment, but one of the best moments in Pokemon ever. Infernape is by far, hands down, in my book, the best fire Pokemon ever. And he's even great competitively. He, aside from maybe Darmanitan, in competitiveness, I would say Infernape is top-notch billing in UU. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's Smogon stuff and everything. But Infernape, you can put it with a Choice Band, or not a, well, you don't see a lot of Choice Band Infernapes. If you give it a Choice Scarf, then that's when it really does a lot of damage, because it have U-Turn, Fire Punch, Flare Blitz. You can put another typing of punch on there, being Thunder Punch. I know I'm missing a really important, Mach Punch, Close Combat, especially with the Choice Scarf. Or you can go Life Orbed and have it with the Fake Out. It's just an amazing Pokemon overall, and I have never been so into a storyline that Pokemon has produced more than I was when Infernape was on that field battling with Ash, even when the Monferno. When Chimchar evolved in Monferno and it delivered that Mach Punch, you can't tell me, and then it delivered that Mach Punch and Electabi's eyes bulged out of its head. You cannot tell me you weren't caught up in the moment and saying, I love this Pokemon. I love this Pokemon, and I truly, truly love this Pokemon, and that's why it is #1 on my top 5 list of Fire-type Pokemon. So that's going to be it, guys, for the top 5 Fire-type Pokemon, but don't leave yet. Make sure you guys, in the comment section down below, leave your top 5 Fire-type Pokemon, and if you agreed or disagreed with me. If you want to include Legends in that top 5, that's perfectly fine. And also, with your top 5 Fire-type Pokemon, make sure you leave in the comment section down below what type you want to see the next top 5 of. We're going to go back and do the other elements, other starting elements of Pokemon. Do you want to see the next top 5 Water-type Pokemon or the top 5 Grass-type Pokemon? Now, Water, you guys probably already know what I'm going to choose for Water. But either way, make sure you go ahead and leave both of those in the comment sections down below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a big old thumbs up and down below the video. And also subscribe to the channel if you want to see more top 5s and more Pokemon content coming from yours truly, Muddy Tsunami. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, guys. And thank you guys for watching the video. I'm out.